even
Sure,
better.
sure. Like answering a complete sentence, sort of.
I'm gonna do one more thing.
Yeah.
Just 'cause
She can't fix
can
his
I
hair.
adjust you just so you're a
Which
little
way you
two
want me to
inches?
go?
Yeah, if you just lift up for a second, I'll
Yep.
move the chair, and then it's kind of so it's a little
That?
bit more like traditional
Oh,
interview.
okay.
Angles.
So I'm talking more
Yeah,
directly.
talking to her,
Got it.
exactly. And actually, I'm gonna do a little bit too much.
So more this way?
It's everything is.
You can just stay
amplified.
there, and then I can move the chair.
Yeah.
My name is Jason Freed, and my company is 37 Signals. We're based here in Chicago, and we're all about building very simple tools that solve very simple problems for small business. When we first started the business in '99, the skills we needed were different than what we needed today. But when we first started, it was pretty much, could we design a web page? Yes. Could we find clients? Maybe. And that was about all we knew how to do. And so we finally found clients and started building up the client base and just kind of learned things as we went. So we really didn't know. I mean, none of us went to school for design. None of us went to school for programming initially. We just kind of figured this stuff out on our own. Back in '99, no one was an expert in the web, so it was all kind of brand new for everyone. So we just learned along the way and figured things out as we had to and kind of took it from there. So we don't have any formal training in what we do necessarily. Today we do, but when we first started we didn't. We're looking to hire another person right now. We have a few candidates, but we got about 250 responses, so it's kind of a daunting task to go through them. But we found a few that we like, and we're going through that process right now.
Okay, so how much does their schooling play into it?
Zero. Don't care about where people went to school. Don't care about their grades or if they graduated. I think half, maybe even more than half of 37 Signals, the people who work here, never even finished college, and I'm completely fine with that. Don't care about that sort of thing.
Okay, how many people work at 37 Signals?
There's 10 people at 37 Signals right now. We're looking to hire maybe 2 more, but 10 right now.
Wow. How do you run as big a company as you have with 11, 12 people?
Well, the company's small, so we have a lot of products and a lot of customers, but we keep the headcount small, keep everything as small as we possibly can. The feature sets for the products are small. Everything's small, which makes it manageable, makes it easy to deal with, and easy to change. My feeling is that most companies have too much mass. Too many people, too many rules, too many features in their products, too much complexity. And after a while, that mass builds up to a certain point where you just can't change anymore. It's just like in physics, I think the more massive an object, the more energy it takes to change its direction. And I think the same thing is true in the business world, where there's too much mass built up, red tape, people, etc. You just can't move anymore. You can't change. And when you can't change, you're dead, ultimately. You can probably survive for a while, but at a certain point, people are going to outchange you, and then you're kind of screwed.
Okay, so what was your formal training? Did you have any formal training?
Yeah, I was a dancer. No, I'm just kidding.
Dancer?
Well, not at all. I hate dancing, actually. My background is actually in finance, so I have a degree in finance. But I've always sort of been an entrepreneur, so I've kind of been working ever since I've been 13, not as an entrepreneur, but I kind of started my own business when I was 15. I was selling like stereo equipment and stuff like that through a distributor to some friends of mine. I sold some illegal stuff too, but for the most part, I was legal and legit. Yeah, I don't really plan anything, to be honest with you. I'm not a big planner. I don't really like the idea of planning. I mean, you have to plan a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I'm not a big planner. So I kind of like to do what I feel like doing that day or that week or that month. Of course, if I have to be somewhere a certain date, I have to plan that sort of thing out. But for the most part, I don't really plan a whole lot of things. And I just feel like when you plan, you put the blinders on and you say, I'm going in this direction no matter what. When there's so many things that can change on the outside of those blinders that you can't see because you're stuck to your plan. So I just feel like opportunities are way more valuable than plans are.